Welcome back, crafty cooks. Well, I had a minor hiccup during the recording, so I've already trayed these. These are marinated in a hickory smoke and roasted onion dry rub overnight in the fridge, and I used some Glad wrap to, or cling film, depending on where you are, because sometimes it's difficult to find a container long enough to put your meat in. But anyway, we're going to put some foil on it. I'll cook these for about an hour. Between an hour and 20 minutes, roughly. On 210 to 20 degrees Celsius. That usually does the trick. This should be long enough. And to accompany these ribs, there will be some seasoned wedges that will be seasoned with the rub that I made in the rub video. If you haven't seen that, give it a perv. Recipe's in the description. Turned out really well. I used grams in the measurements, so for you guys overseas, you'd be looking at roughly an ounce or two. So it wouldn't be very hard to work out. 28 grams in an ounce, as we all know by now. I just had that little dicky bit at the end there. And that should be fine. So here we are with our very special wedges. All I've done is give these a light boil in water. Not a rolling boil, didn't want to overdo it. Give them a light coating in oil. So just give them a toss. Put our beautiful seasoning in. To this seasoning I have added 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Just to give it that little bit of sweetness, so we get that combination of sweet, salt and spice. Oh, look at that. Aren't they pretty? We're going to get a close up. And I will add these to a lightly oiled baking tray, pizza tray, multi-purpose. Oh, these look gorgeous. So I had them in hot water for about 7 minutes. See if we can get a bit more of a little bit too much oil. So give them a nice water bath for about 7 minutes or so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Look at that. Oh, they look beautiful. So our ribs have been in for a little bit. So yeah, I'll pop these in the oven. I didn't unmute the microphone, so let's take two. We're professional around here. Anyway, there's our there's our wedges. You can see beautiful caramelization there. That little bit of brown sugar should go well with all those spices. Our gorgeous ribs, smoked hickory, onion dry rub. And you can make your own dry rub, as you've seen in the last video. It was just quick and convenient to grab the American barbecue one from McCormick's. It's brilliant. And here's our gorgeous barbecue gravy that I made in the chicken video. Now, to add extra flavour to this, and I didn't worry about salt in the wedges. They've got enough on them. Could have done with a touch of salt, but there's salt in the gravy, so no need to go crazy with it. May have been able to roast these wedges for a little bit longer, but they're fine. They're nice and soft. They're crunchy on the outside. Creamy in the middle. Almost like chips and gravy, except they're thick. Oh, beautiful. Oh, this one might be a little bit crunchier. As you can see, it's a little bit thinner. But we're all here for the ribs, aren't we? Let's have a go. Oh, look at that. Who needs a knife? Like, seriously, who needs a knife? Comes straight off. I didn't worry about taking off the membrane because, we're not in a restaurant. Give that a dip in the gravy. Oh, yeah. Incredible. Sweet, spicy. Yeah, there's plenty of salt in this gravy. Didn't need any more. Because the pan juice left over, I poured into the tub. Because if you watch the other gravy video when I made it, I tried to use chicken fat and there wasn't enough. But after adding the pork fat, absolutely brilliant. Oh, there's that crunch. Oh, yeah. Well, this ain't no mukbang, so I'm not going to sit here and constantly eat and talk and say how wonderful it is. The spices do all the work, in my opinion. A very basic methodology. Anyone can do it. So I basically just make a video here and there about food, just to encourage people to have a crack. It's not overly complicated. If you've got half an hour, you can get your prep done in that time, quite easily. And then you basically throw everything in the oven and wait for it to cook. Keep an eye on it every, I don't know, maybe you keep an eye on the potatoes in every 15 minutes. Cook them for half an hour, give them a turn at the 15, 20 minute mark, or cook them to your taste. Completely up to you. So, yeah, have a crack, get amongst it. I hope everyone's cooking adventures are eventful and free of any accidents. And until next time, happy cooking.